Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be covering another AI project in the AI space because, we do believe that AI is one of, if not the top narratives for this bull cycle. We're seeing the markets here kind of not really in a, the most bullish climates right now. So because of that, a lot of quality projects are actually, gone ahead and gone on a pretty steep discount. So we're going to be covering one that I think is at a decent level if you're looking for a project that falls in these different categories, which we'll go over throughout this video. Now, as always, if you guys get value out of the video today, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the video, your support means a lot, and I sure do appreciate it. So if you take a look at AI, obviously AI as a crypto, narrative, as a space sector here, it has done quite well. Now, obviously, it is, peaked out here recently in the short term at 68 billion. Now, it has retraced quite a bit here. We're sitting at about 52 billion. Now, I do think, for a full-blown altcoin season by the end of this bull market, I do expect AI as an overall category, as an overall sector to grow a lot. So I do think what we're seeing right now at these prices, even, 2 weeks ago at those prices, are nothing yet. So because of that, now is the time to potentially be looking at mid to low cap projects that are building, that have quality ecosystems within the AI space. Now today we're going to be talking about OORT, OORT. I think that's how you pronounce that. But if we take a look at it, it is sitting at about a $47 million market cap. Now what does OORT do? I'm just going to call him OORT. I think that's how you say it. Or OORT. Let me know in the comments below how you pronounce it. They do cloud for decentralized AI. So if you take a look at their Twitter here, they say that they're the decentralized cloud services for AI applications, storage, and pre-processing. So they do fall into that, the AI sector, but they also do have a little bit of that storage side of them as well. Now, I don't think storage is that hot of a narrative, but, it is a narrative technically here. So multiple narratives right there also. Now, if you take a look a little bit further in exactly what they do, they say OORT is a decentralized, verifiable cloud computing platform. By utilizing global resources from data centers to smartphones, it aims to enable trustworthy AI applications. Now, they do have a few different products here that they have in their ecosystem. They have their OORT Data Hub, their OORT Storage, and their OORT Compute as well, which you can find more information on their website or their white paper. Because as always, if you want a little bit more information into this project that we can cover in one video, then please, I encourage you to do your own research. Obviously, before getting into any project, you should always do your own research because nothing I say here is financial advice. Just giving you guys my opinion and awareness on different projects in the space. But when we take a look at, the companies that they're trusted by and that they work with, these are pretty big companies here. We have Dell. Everyone knows Dell, obviously. Tencent Cloud, just name a couple. So these are not small companies that, seems to be working with them. These are pretty big companies as well. Now, they do have their data hub, which, again, I think is probably the biggest thing of their, ecosystem alongside their storage, because when we take a look at their highlights, they actually are an official storage provider for the BNB smart chain. So knowing this, I think there could be some ties there with Binance, obviously. So potentially a Binance listing, later on in the cycle. Now, that is a huge speculation. That's obviously not guaranteed, but they are a big storage provider for the BNB chain. Now, in my opinion, I don't think BNB is that hot of an ecosystem compared to stuff like Solana and Base moving forward, but it is still a quality ecosystem and it shows a level of legitimacy to the project. They also have the partnership with Dell Technologies, which is a more huge, Web 2 traditional company in the real world. So they do say that OORT storage is now available through Dell's latest global loyalty program, launched in Canada and the US as of July 2023, targeting over 10 million customers. So that's a pretty big collaboration there. They're also with Seagate, Lenovo, Tencent Cloud. So again, this is pretty big partnerships here for such a lower market cap play. Now, when we take a look at their infrastructure, this number has only been growing as far as the number of nodes, holders, and nodes within their ecosystem as well, because they do have nodes in their ecosystem. So there is a little bit of DPIN in there as well, which you can get these, I believe you could get these edge nodes and, just hook them up to your router and, earn from it as well. I do not have one of these nodes, but I do think there is, the potential there if you're into, that side of the project. They also have their super nodes. Now, this is more for like legitimate companies, like Tencent, like Seagate, like Spearhead, and their backup nodes as well, which we see stuff like Filecoin, another, in my opinion, bigger, if not Titan, in the storage space, storage category of sector, and Arweave as well, that are integrated into OORT. So you can see the fact that partnerships with whether it be other Web3, projects or just Web2 businesses, they're all pretty much integrated into OORT ecosystem. So this is not just a nameless project that isn't it's just vaporware with no utility. No, these are actual pretty big companies partnered with OORT here. They've gone ahead and chosen this project, this platform, to put their money into, with however that partnership looks like. So that is, and again, in a sense, what OORT is all about. Again, they do have their earning potential in their ecosystem. So I do always think that if there is an earning potential, that could bring more people into the ecosystem, because obviously everyone wants a way to earn. So you can get on their application, their platform. You can join the OORT community to help them collect and ready data sets for AI training. So you can train AI a little bit and take part in the data hub, complete tasks, and earn rewards. Again, we see more of where they've been featured on as well. So you can complete daily tasks, earn, validate tasks, even earn even more. So they go into that a little bit here also. Now their tokenomics here, because when we looked back at their market cap, sitting at about a $46 million market cap, they do have an FDV of over 300 million. So there is a little bit of dilution, but a majority of their tokenomics here, their allocation is actually for mining reserves, for the infrastructure providers, so the node holders, I believe. That's 65% of their token allocation. So that's a huge percent just for the mining, for the miners within the ecosystem. Then when we look over at their allocation for the rest, because again, we do see for their vesting schedule, 65% of it is untracked. I do believe that is referring to the mining reserves as well. But when we look at the team, foundation, and fundraising for the early investors, they are getting their tokens, I believe. So if you look at it here, but between now and the end of 2025, it is not a big dilution. Maybe like a 2x according to everything that I can find here, also within their white paper. So as far as dilution goes, nothing of major concern in my opinion. Now we can take a look at the fundraising and see who got into this project. So nothing huge as far as according to crypto rank. I don't see we're not seeing anything like a Binance Labs backing them, but they did go ahead and raise over $6 million. So nothing quite to snuff at. Now this company has been around. They were founded in 2021. So as far as a company and a project, they have been around for quite some time. Now when we take a look at their token price, their token, the OORT, the OORT token, the name is interesting for sure. I'm sure it might be abbreviated for something. I'm not sure. But they have been around since earlier this year. So it is a newer altcoin in the sense that it has not gone ahead and seen a full-blown altcoin season or a full bull cycle. Now, it did launch earlier this year in February 2024, right before AI was really ripping, around the NVIDIA news in Q1 2024. Now, this thing did get over $1 here. If you look at the market cap, it has gone ahead and crushed that all-time high as far as market cap goes, because there was some dilution obviously that had occurred throughout this year. So we see recently it did get up to a $75 million market cap. Now when we look at the 1 month, it is still up from before the pre-pump prices of about sub 10 cents. Now obviously you had all summer to be accumulating this project. So if we take a look at where it got up to recently, it was almost 30 cents. So about a 40% retracement because of the market conditions we're in right now. It's obviously down over the 7 days and, even a little bit more than that. So if you're looking for a project on the BNB chain in the AI space, I do think OORT is a potential decent project because they're on BNB. They're backed by so many legitimate companies, both in Web3 and Web2 in the traditional company world. And they have, some pretty big bullish parts of their ecosystem. And being on BNB and being a main, official storage provider for the BNB chain, BNB Greenfield, again, I do think there might be some ties with, Binance potentially in the future, or maybe that we, don't see immediately. Now, obviously, they are the main storage provider, so we could see this thing potentially get listed on Binance in the future. Now, that is a huge speculation. Again, don't hold me to that because it's still out of such a low market cap. There's nothing official there with those ties other than being a main storage provider. Now, if you take a look at the exchange listings, they are on BitGet, KuCoin, and that is primarily it. And Mexi, obviously, those are the three that they're really on in Gate.io. So we're still missing, potential tier 1, even a little bit more tier 2 exchanges like even like HTX or Bybit, stuff like that. So there is room for more exchange listings in the future. Now, I do believe over the summertime, they were only on centralized exchange listings for the longest time. Then over summer, maybe sometime over the summertime, they actually went ahead and went on Ethereum, and then, or they went on BNB. Then recently, I think they went onto Ethereum. So now you can get it on decentralized, like on dexes like Uniswap or PancakeSwap, if you don't like using centralized exchange listings for whatever reason. But either way, again, for a project on BNB, in my opinion, I don't think BNB is as hot of an ecosystem as Solana, as Base for this specific bull cycle ahead of us, just because of everything as far as price action goes on those two chains and liquidity flowing into both Solana and Base. I don't think BNB is as strong of a chain, as strong as a narrative, and I don't personally see them migrating to one of those, but it could happen. But, having the ties to the BNB smart chain, I do think that will be where they reside primarily, but we have seen projects obviously migrate and make swaps in the past, so I would not put that past this project. But either way, that is OORT, a quick overview. Obviously, they have a lot more going on than their ecosystem that we can cover in one video without it being too long, but you guys have requested it over time, so that is a quick overview of my opinion on OORT. I do think it will do well. I do think it is a quality project, with all the backings and partnerships with those companies, and the fact that they've had, decent price action, dilution aside, they had decent price action. It has, reacted to the pump in Q1 this year, and recently over the 1 month, it is just now obviously retracing one after a huge pump, but also just the market conditions we're in right now. And I do think in the grand scheme that this project is still early on. So that is my opinion here on OORT. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this project? Are you bullish on the BNB smart chain ecosystem moving forward? Or are you looking at other projects? And as always, if there's other projects that you want me to cover or talk about on the channel, maybe ones that we've overlooked or just haven't talked about in a while and that maybe I've been building or have other updates that we should cover, please comment them below. I appreciate your guys' feedback. I try to answer all your comments as well. Also, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. And if you guys want an optional way of supporting the channel, there is a Patreon linked below. Also, the Discord you can get into. And as always, if you guys got value out of today's video, if you guys could, like the video, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.